Right now, somewhere in the world, a woman is filing a patent for an invention that will change the way we live. And she can do that because of one quietly extraordinary woman in a small Connecticut workshop who walked into history on a perfectly ordinary Tuesday morning and changed everything. Stay with me until the end, because this story is about so much more than an invention. Picture a small workshop in Killingly, Connecticut in the early 1800s. Outside, a young American nation is still finding its footing. The War of 1812 is just around the corner. Trade with Britain is complicated, tense, and increasingly unreliable. And inside that workshop, a woman named Mary Kies is doing what she has always done. But not in the way anyone has woven before. Mary has developed something remarkable, a new technique for weaving straw with silk and thread together in a way that creates hats, beautiful, sturdy, affordable hats, faster and more efficiently than anything that has come before. Now, here is where you need to understand the world Mary is living in. In 1809, women in America could not vote. They cannot own property in most states. And as far as almost everyone in power is concerned, the world of patents and invention is simply not a place where women belong. But Mary Kies is not asking for permission. She is asking for a patent. The process of applying for a patent in 1809 is not simple. It requires documentation, detailed technical descriptions, and the approval of the United States Patent Office itself. For a woman to navigate that system alone in that era takes a particular kind of courage that is hard to fully appreciate from where we stand today. But she does it. Every step, every form, every requirement. And on March 2nd, 1809, the United States Patent Office grants Mary Kies patent number X001 for her new method of weaving straw with silk and thread. The first patent ever granted to a woman in American history. But here is the part of the story that makes it even more extraordinary. Word of Mary's achievement reaches all the way to the White House. And the First Lady of the United States, Dolly Madison, one of the most celebrated and socially powerful women in America, personally writes to congratulate her. Dolly Madison understood exactly what Mary had done. Not just invented a better hat, she had opened a door. A small, heavy, stubbornly closed door that had never been opened before, and now it was open. Mary's invention also arrives at exactly the right moment for her country. With British trade disrupted, American hat makers are struggling to find affordable materials. Mary's technique using domestic straw and silk gives New England's hat-making industry a practical, homegrown solution that helps keep workshops running and families working. One woman's idea, solving a real problem for real people at exactly the right moment. Now here is something worth sitting with for just a moment. In the more than 200 years since Mary Kies received that first patent, American women have gone on to patent everything from the circular saw to the dishwasher, from Kevlar body armor to the technology behind GPS navigation. Every single one of those inventions traces its lineage, in some quiet and essential way, back to a woman in a Connecticut workshop who simply refused to be told the room was not for her. Here is a number that tells the story beautifully. In 1809, the year Mary received her patent, women held essentially 0% of American patents. Today, women inventors account for nearly 21% of all patents filed in the United States, a number that grows every year. But behind every percentage point is a person. A woman at a desk, or a lab bench, or a loom, with an idea she believes in, and the courage to walk it into a room that was not built with her in mind. Mary Kies never became famous in her lifetime. History almost forgot her entirely. But the door she opened never closed. A woman in a small Connecticut workshop, a loom, a new way of weaving straw and silk together. And a courage so quiet and so steady that it changed the world without ever raising its voice. And that makes me think about you. About the stories of the remarkable people in your own family that are waiting to be told. Because here is the truth that Mary Kies understood without anyone ever having to tell her. The work you do with your hands and your heart and your stubborn refusal to give up, that work matters. It echoes forward. It opens doors for people you will never meet. Think about the people in your own family who open doors. The grandmother who worked 2 jobs so her children could go to school. The grandfather who built something from nothing with his own 2 hands. The parent who said yes when the world said no. Those are stories worth keeping, stories worth writing down. Who in your family was a Mary Kies? Quietly changing everything, without anyone thinking to write it down. Maybe it is time to change that. If today's story moved something in you, then you are exactly where you belong. Every single day, at History Sparks, we find the real, the human, the quietly revolutionary stories that remind us what people are truly capable of. This community is built for people who believe that every story matters, and we want you here with us. Hit subscribe, come back tomorrow, and bring someone whose stories deserve to be heard. Before you go, I want to share something I have been working on and get your honest thoughts. I am putting together a free guide just for History Sparks subscribers that will help you write your own family stories. Not a complicated project, just a warm and practical guide that walks you through capturing the people, the moments, and the memories that only you carry. The kind of legacy that your children and grandchildren will return to again and again long after you are gone. Mary Kies left her mark on history with a patent. You can leave yours with a story. Would you want something like that? Drop a yes in the comments right now and let me know. Because the stories inside you are worth every word, and the people who love you are already waiting to read them.